what's up?
To be honest, I have never been in love, yet. I have loved a boyfriend like a best friend, but it's never been to the point where I acted like that person was my heart, my soul, my everything. I would have never dropped my goals for him, and because of that, I can never judge a woman for the decisions that they make when they pick their family over their career. But I can understand why people have so much criticism for women that do choose a life of being with the man over progressing their career. There is no right or wrong decision, but there is compromise. And that's why people have so much to say about the three ladies I am about to discuss.
This what I know.
What?
This woman right here, no matter what this man do, she gonna stay with him.
Oh, my A-game friend. Yo, this really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time.
If you put your 20s on a time clock, you're supposed to graduate high school, go to college, finish by 22 if you don't go for your secondary, then start your career officially by 25, 26. During this period of time, we've all been told to put your career first, no matter what. Focus on your visions and your goals so you won't struggle later on. This is also a time when you're hitting a period where society begins to determine your value as a woman, or at least the weirdos who want to fearmonger you. Hitting a stage in your late 20s and early 30s single is a very difficult time where people put pressure on women to find a man and start a family. You as a woman have to put effort into vetting a man and making sure he's a suitable partner with a career to match because of what's considered the perfect time to have a baby, which is before 35 if you don't want complications during your pregnancy, even though complications really do arise at any age of a pregnancy. Regardless, this time clock only matters for women while men have the privilege of continuing their life without the pressure for finding a family. They get to live on for however years they want without actually settling down, being able to truly move at their own accord. What happens when you meet a man that you believe is your knight in shining armor, that is actually supposed to help you meet those goals or your goals shift after meeting, feeling like you hit the double jackpot in life, young and early? It doesn't feel like anything but destiny when you feel like you found your soulmate. Before we start this video, you may or may not believe me, but what you should believe in is true love. This is a sponsorship from the Paired app. The Paired app is a relationship care app that offers a fun and interactive way to improve your relationship. Nowadays, it's easy to get caught up on social media and unrealistic standards and expectations. Outside forces can interfere with your relationship, and that's the last thing that you want. This fun app offers daily couple questions that you can use to connect with your partner in the simplest ways. If your partner is competitive, it has the coolest questionnaires and trivial challenges to put your partner to the test. It's suitable for all couples in a relationship, new or old, giving you a chance to understand your partner more. This app has really cool techniques that allows you to open up more without thinking too hard about it. So if you're having a problem with conflict resolution, you could click one of the many options on the app on how to deal with that situation. So I clicked on the game option that uses comic relief to deal with conflict, and it asks you questions on how you or your partner would like to diffuse tension between you two. These trivial questions allow you to have an understanding on how your partner would like you to react during these situations and vice versa. This might be TMI, but I can say it definitely helped me out with my little yeah. The app is definitely so cute and really gives you a chance for you and your partner to find new ways to connect with each other. You download the app and share a code that connects with you two, and you can use the app simultaneously when you're apart. It teaches you how to be a better partner, how to communicate effectively, and if you want to blush, it allows you to share your favorite memories with each other for those cute gushy moments, which is definitely my favorite feature if you're a hopeless romantic like me. The best feature in my opinion is the timeline. This feature allows you to share the most intimate and memorable moments, like your favorite memory together, how you guys first met, a goal you achieved together. It gives you a reminder on how your relationship started and the happy moments you shared together. It's super cute and can definitely bring you and your partner closer. This app is backed by leading experts and research to give you the opportunity to unlock your relationship potential. It's extremely helpful to encourage you to build communication, trust, and intimacy, which are the key foundations to a healthy relationship. This app is so easy and useful because we really make the simple things so hard. This gives you a way to connect like never before, and every relationship can benefit from the Paired app. Click my link below to get a 7-day free trial and 25% off Paired Premium so you can maintain and deepen your connection with your partner. Rashida and Kirk have been together allegedly since she was a teenager. Kirk really doesn't have any music of his own. His catalog is basically Rashida's catalog. Rashida was a part of the early 2000 mix of Georgia crunk rappers that never took off but still had some success. cause the crunk era was very short. If you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you'd know that Kurt and Rashida have been together virtually all of Rashida's life, since she was allegedly as young as 17, while Kirk was in his mid-20s.
They had to buy cars, and that's the only reason you up to her high school and got her pretty, okay? And now we're here how many years later? I gotta get here. How about that?
Rashida and Kirk got married in 1999, and Rashida had a successful song out called Do It, before she dropped her debut album Dirty South in 2000. During this time, she was pregnant and dropped her album the same time she had her baby Kai. Kirk was obviously helping her during this time as they had a growing relationship, disregarding the fact that Kirk had children before he met Rashida, allegedly having 3 to 4 children. He already had a family and moved on with Rashida when she was very young. From Rashida's perspective, he was a grown man who had success, money, and was willing to elevate her career as his main focus was her music since he had the record label. He was willing to put her first. Her mother knew about their relationship and had no problem with it, considering it looked like he was elevating her lifestyle. Now, her career didn't really go anywhere, one of the factors being her music wasn't that good. She has a few cute singles, but overall it was mostly a miss. Either way, she stayed with Kirk all these years as a happy married woman, being that's all she really knew. Fast forward, the integrity of their relationship have been in the pitfalls of hell. Kirk has lied and cheated on Rashida while pregnant and has continued to embarrass her for the past 10 years as he had a baby outside of their relationship. This is reality TV and they do need a storyline, so some of it is fabricated, but why continue to embarrass her the way he has? He's already done her wrong by giving her son a paternity test on TV while still continuing to flirt with Jasmine, the baby mother, on TV. A check is never worth the degradation of your marital stability and the embarrassment that's placed on Rashida because she has become so codependent on Kirk. She uses being married as some badge of honor when Kirk has never stopped cheating on her. No matter what happens, Rashida is by his side. She might be there, but her face tells it all. She's uncomfortable, she's hurt, but it's not enough to leave him because he became her soulmate and manager. Even if her career never took off, he still helped her. Having intertwined her love for him and her goals that he helped her achieve, she now feels like regardless of what he does, she has to stick around. Rashida is a pick-me who is trapped in her relationship because she doesn't know anything else and values Kirk over her integrity. You have choices. Women are subjected to either choosing their career or the promise of a secure future. It works for some women. There are women that choose a man over their career that have come to regret it because they didn't get the family they wanted, and there are women who chose a man and the relationship didn't last, where they are now focusing on their career. Things really do just happen. And like I said before, there is no right or wrong answer. But based on the manosphere talking points, why choose a career when you could have the man? They tell you that you always prioritize finding a husband and a man that could take care of you, even if it means giving up on your dreams. Every circumstance is different, and from the outside looking in, it's easy to look at a woman who has a promising career ahead of her that is the better option, when the woman may feel like, yeah, it does seem nice, but I think this direction fits better for me. According to feminism, that is absolutely baffling because it seems like they've been trapped. Why must you sacrifice your dream career to fill a man's dream of a family? And that's the case of ballerina farmer Hanna Neelemen. This TikToker who showcases her life as a farmer raising 8 children with her husband. Living the trad wife fantasy, people enjoyed her content until she uploaded a video of her opening a gift from her husband, hoping it was tickets to Greece, but instead it was an egg apron.
Okay, that's my birthday present from Daniel. Hoping they're tickets to Greece.
Where's it from?
I don't know, the boys took it off.
I took it off.
It's from Ukraine.
So, plane tickets? Ooh, a hat I can wear in Greece.
It's not a hat.
It's not.
Oh, my A-game friend!
He did it.
Great, then you can gather eggs.
So cute. It's really cute. It's a cute one.
That's the best. You're welcome.
Thanks, honey.
Not for a long time.
This was unsettling for a lot of women who felt like since she takes care of all the children every day, why couldn't she receive a vacation as her gift? Oh, and he's a millionaire. So it was like a double whammy of hysteria on TikTok into how selfish men are. Once people dove deeper and found out that she was a ballerina at Juilliard, which is one of the most expensive selective dance schools in America, you literally have to be the best of the best to get accepted, and they only accept less than 10% of students a year. The school has such an amazing reputation that you're also guaranteed a career if you do finish the program. Her giving that up so fast into her start is to why people felt like she was trapped, including a New York Times journalist who interviewed her and added layers to the interview that, according to Hanna, gives off a negative perception into whether or not she is truly happy.
A couple of weeks ago, we had a reporter come into our home to learn more about our family and business. We thought the interview went really well, very similar to the dozens of interviews we had done in recent memory. We were taken back, however, when we saw the printed article, which shocked us and shocked the world by being an attack on our family and my marriage, portraying me as oppressed, with my husband being the culprit. This couldn't be further from the truth. Nothing we said in the interview implied this conclusion, which leads me to believe the angle taken was predetermined. For Daniel and I, our priority in life is God and family. Everything else comes second. The greatest day of my life was when Daniel and I were married 13 years ago. We aren't done having babies.
The interviewer twisted her words to bring negative attention to her family, because it gave off the interviewer only wanting to understand Hanna from her point of view and not Hanna's. Now, did Hanna's life goal revolve around being a ballerina and living the dance life in New York? Absolutely.
Even when I first started dancing, I felt like dance was a part of me. It was a part of who I was. It was a part of who I was meant to be. And then later on, as I become a mother, I feel that same connection to this calling, that it's a part of me. That it's who I was meant to be. I really feel like I was meant to be a mother.
Things in her world moved so fast. One minute she was going to be at Juilliard living the Swan Lake dream, and the next minute she met her husband, they got married, and she got pregnant literally within like 3 months. So things simply just change, and in this situation, she chose a family over her career. But within choosing her husband and conforming into his life, that doesn't mean that she's not happy, because she found happiness in other ways. Her life is different from what she expected, and her husband should have gotten her the Grease tickets. But she does have stability, and she does have her health. People will find happiness in other ways from what was intended. Farming has been proven to be therapeutic. Planting your own food is beneficial. She's not eating a diet that can stress her out. She eats an organic, balanced diet that is also linked to mood stability and good mental health. From what we've seen, she carries her baby full term to no health risks. She does beauty pageants regularly, which is another form of femininity, and she does them while pregnant. Her bounce back game is crazy, might I say. She is very active and indulges herself in nature and her family. Her husband is there for the beauty pageants. Her children are there. She still remains active in other ways, while also continuing her now hobby, ballet. She never stopped dancing, she simply just does it for fun now, which possibly takes off the stress she must have felt from being in the most competitive dance school in the world. In a way, she did give up her dreams for a family, but she didn't give it up and become miserable, and that's something that a lot of people should acknowledge instead of condemning her. Cardi B just recently announced her divorce while pregnant. This doesn't come to a surprise considering Cardi has done this on multiple occasions. She has been back and forth with calling Offset out on his cheating for almost 10 years now. And maybe this is finally the straw that broke the camel's back. What makes this situation off-putting is the fact that her divorce coincides with her career. Not because he tainted her career. If we're being honest, no matter what happens between them, Cardi will always walk out the victim. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because at the end of the day, when it comes to their relationship, Offset will always be the villain. So it's not like leaving Offset would jeopardize her career. Cardi's buzz has died because Cardi has allowed her buzz to die. It's been 6 years since Cardi released another album, and it's not because the label didn't want her to. It's not because Offset was sabotaging her behind the scenes. It's not because she didn't have creative control. It's not because the fans didn't want it. Cardi hasn't released an album simply because she's scared to or she just doesn't want to. Now when it comes to Offset, it's very sad that he will continue to pursue her knowing he doesn't value her. I think he valued her success more than he valued the love she has for him. He did say in an interview that after watching Cardi rise as an artist, he had a publicist set up dinner in New York with a group of women, including Cardi, in 2017. After that, things moved very fast between them, getting married and pregnant within a year. Now, as we know, Cardi in 2017 and 2018 had the biggest year of her life, in what people now consider her peak. She was everywhere: Billboard singles, non-stop hit singles, Grammys for her debut. She was the biggest breakout star and was cultivating a huge fan base. The girl was making serious moves. So when she got married to Offset, most people liked their union. Like, he was a part of the biggest rap group at the time, the Migos, and it was a really huge deal at the time. It's when she got pregnant that people were happy for her, but also understood that this was way too soon in her career. And her fans were proven correct. Over the years, we saw Cardi defend her man. Fight for her man, fighting court cases because of her man, and her man would not stop cheating on her. Offset literally has been caught in DMs, on live, sneaking his phone. Like, his last move on earth would probably be trying to find a way to cheat on Cardi. It's literally ridiculous.
Huh?
You mark it.
Yo.
Going around this storm?
We can beam them as soon as they go up here, man.
I don't have a mask.
Yeah.
They're gonna be over there. Alright,
Position. Yeah, I see him.
Cardi deserved better than what Offset was giving her, and instead of motivating her to put more work into her music and really try to elevate her as an artist, since he's been in the game way longer than her, he's just giving her insecurities and babies. Cardi could have continued this run of being the hottest female rapper, and she has had ample moments in her career where she could have dropped an album, more singles, and really put more effort into her music, and if not her music, at least her performances. Cardi can really perform. She has great breath control and does put on great performances, but she doesn't have a world tour. She's been helping put people on Billboard with the Cardi Stimulus package, but her features have been dying down. Her and Offset could have did a joint mixtape or a project during that period of downtime, and still nothing but crickets. They dropped another single since Clout, which was Jealousy, and the song was okay, but it didn't do much for her in the charts. Cardi has continued to not really be able to make much noise in music, and her clout has slowly been falling. It's been speculated that they use their marital downfall for attention when they need to drop music, and honestly, that's some really bad juju. Everybody speaking negatively on your marriage isn't really good. Regardless, when Offset got his moment and dropped his album Set It Off, his song with Cardi didn't do well, but regardless, his album was actually successful. But according to Cardi, it also had him feeling himself.
Yo, this really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows yesterday I could have been out, I could have been chilling, I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you. I've really been sparing you. You've been feeling yourself, you nigga, because of your album and shit. And you've really been doing me dirty after so many that I'm not even a thank you that I got for your. And it's so crazy that I gotta go to the internet.
She said something that I thought was actually very telling, which that he plays with her during her most vulnerable and when she's not the most confident. It's very well known that Cardi is a bit insecure. Considering she has had a lot of plastic surgery, there were things she was gonna fix regardless, like her teeth and body, but Cardi has had a lot of work done, and some of it is definitely linked to the fact that Offset profusely cheats on her with women that don't look like her. He cheats, plays victim, gets her back, then cheats again with his past flings. It's like clockwork. Cardi has invested a lot in their union. I think she focused so much on her insecurities with Offset and the expectations for her career that she just dropped the ball in total. Her priority became her family, and this time around, if she doesn't proceed with her divorce with Offset, as much as it's none of our business, she will lose fans. Not only have she not dropped any singles, but she's having another baby with a man that refuses to respect their relationship almost 10 years later. Cardi B is scared to drop her album, and this time around being pregnant with a man you announce your divorce to for like the third time can only go a few ways. And now that your fans have seen this before, we'll see what happens. Cardi chose Offset and keeping him happy over her career. She loved a man more than he loved her. As a successful woman, a man being slightly jealous of your star power is a real thing. No matter how much work Offset put into his career, Cardi just became the bigger star. In this case, Cardi wasn't trapped. Her career could have been bigger, but she continues to let the years pass for the sake of not wanting to meet the expectations of her first album. All three of these ladies moved very fast in their relationships where they had to choose between their family and careers. Some options turned out to be better than others, but this is a real situation that women go through. And obviously every circumstance is different. When it comes down to it, always try to choose happiness and whatever best suits you. The best partner is a partner that will be willing to compromise to make you happy. It is possible to be fully in your career while also having a happy marriage. But understand who has your best interest in mind. You don't have to sacrifice your career to make your man happy, but have an idea if he's going to replace that fulfillment with more than just children and love. But you know, do whatever makes you happy, whatever gives you that peace of mind. Well, that concludes today's video. Make sure you let me know your thoughts and opinions, and make sure you like and subscribe. Toodles.